North Carolina, covering the period Thursday, April 23rd through Wednesday, April 29th. We continue to highlight the fact that there is a burn ban in effect for all 100 North Carolina counties until further notice. The drought update was released earlier this morning. Again, the assessment period is through Tuesday, and then the new drought monitor comes out each Thursday. If you look in the table at the bottom right, you can end up seeing that the extreme drought, D3, has increased by almost 16% across the state, reducing the amount of coverage of moderate and severe drought. That bottom center image shows you what last week's image was. So you can see that there was expansion across the western part of the state and also across parts of the triangle. A little bit more of Wake County and points to the north are also included. And again, in the upper right-hand corner, it does point out that as of Monday, restrictions on outdoor watering have become mandatory in Raleigh and voluntary in Rocky Mount as well. Again, this is a long-term drought. It goes back to August of last year. For instance, Raleigh is currently experiencing approximately 16-inch deficit of rainfall since August. And Mariah, you had a question about, does anyone know of a website that shows all the water restrictions in place? Well, one or two of these should hopefully get you in that direction. You can see the drought category summary and explanations, ncdrought.org. Drought information statements are available at drought.gov. And then also background on drought monitoring and resources. You can go to products.climate.ncsu.edu/drought. Also something that ended up coming out in the last hour or so from the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality. An air quality alert has been issued for portions of the state down by Charlotte and into the Fayetteville area. You can see that highlighted in orange. So that is when the air quality is considered to be unhealthy for sensitive groups. It's moderate air quality for the rest of the state, but specifically air quality alerts are issued when we reach the orange, red, and purple categories. So you can see there's about a dozen counties there. This is in effect now through 8 p.m. tonight. The Department of Environmental Quality typically issues these forecasts around 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. each day. So looking at the upcoming weather pattern for Central North Carolina, we are expecting conditions to be warm and dry today and tomorrow. We could have up to 1/4 inch of rain with showers and isolated thunderstorms as the cold front comes through Saturday. Near normal temperatures and a slight chance for rain Sunday and Monday, and then we will have a greater chance for rain again with the front coming through Monday night into Tuesday. Taking a look at the heat risk, there is a minor heat risk for individuals extremely sensitive to heat across our entire 31 county area today. That will expand a bit on Friday to the moderate risk for most individuals sensitive to heat. And then we will end up seeing that moderate risk back off a bit on Saturday. But certainly individuals who are sensitive or extremely sensitive to heat should end up taking the necessary precautions. Taking a look at our accumulated precipitation forecasts, we normally go through the next 5 days. This is going to be through the next 7 days. So normally those first 5 images add up at the end to the bottom right. However, we are expecting the chance for some rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. So you can see that Saturday we have some rain across the area. Sunday it would be a kind of a glancing blow towards our coastal counties, a little bit better of a chance on Monday. And then again, the bottom right image is going to be from 8 a.m. today through 8 a.m. next Thursday. And you can see that there's a small area north and east Greensboro that is in that last shade of green, indicating a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of rain. But otherwise, the forecast is generally for 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain across much of our area. Unfortunately, that really isn't going to improve drought conditions that much. That would be pretty close to what we would normally expect to see over a week. So nothing else, that should hopefully kind of keep us status quo. We certainly hope at this point. No threat of excessive rainfall or flash flooding in the next 3 days with that upcoming rainfall. We do have a chance for non-severe thunderstorms this coming Saturday. Taking a look at the 8 to 14 day temperature and precipitation outlook, this is favoring below normal temperatures for our forecast area and favoring above normal rainfall. So we will keep our fingers crossed that this forecast does come to fruition. Again, those normal temperatures for early May, the normal highs are in the mid to upper 70s. The lows are in the mid 50s. The graphical hazardous weather outlook, again, the air quality is not shown on here. That is not an official forecast that we end up issuing. We are passing that forward from the Department of Air Quality. So when it comes to this product, the only concerns today would be the forecast for thunderstorms over the next week. So again, the weather summary, warm and dry today and tomorrow, up to a 1/4 inch of rain with showers and an isolated thunderstorm as cold front comes through on Saturday. Near normal temperatures and a slight chance for rain Sunday and Monday, and then we'll have a higher chance of rain return to the forecast Monday night and Tuesday. The hazards and impacts that we're looking at, again, that air quality alert is in effect for our southwestern counties until 8 p.m. this evening, and the drought will continue. On the right-hand side, we are showing what those temperatures are going to end up being at many of our sites over the next week.